Hello me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. So today I'm going to be taking a look at this deck. Now I have taken the tape off because sometimes it takes me an age to get into these packages, and I didn't want that on camera. But I've not had a look at this deck at all yet. So as I like to do my walkthroughs and first impressions, is literally that. I want you to see what I'm seeing and just get my initial thoughts and reactions. Now I have seen quite a few images from this deck because Christoph James, who's the creator of this deck, is a well-known and well-loved member of the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. And just like with his Raincoast Tarot, which I lean across for, and the Raincoast Oracle and many other works, information will be down below for the Raincoast website, so you can check out all the decks and publications, etc., that are available. He shares his tarot journey, you know, when he's creating a deck. He shows cards, he gets feedback from the cavers and things like that. So I have been aware of this deck for some time. At first I was in two minds because Crowley isn't, in all honesty, one of my favourite people in history, but then neither is Arthur Edward Waite, to be fair. And I'm not a fan, as you will have heard me say, of the Thoth deck, the one that you know, he worked with Lady Frida Harris on. However, this deck, although the Tarot of Crowley is based on an RWS system, so when I didn't know he was going to send me this, he's very generous. He always sends me a copy of his deck as a thank you, and I'm always appreciative because I love Christoph's work. He's so talented. This is a completely different medium to his previous work. So this is you know, the Raincoast Tarot, very different art medium. This is a black and white photographic deck, but with some amazing images from the ones that I have seen so far. What he also makes available is this 100-page ebook, which is fantastic, and I'm so grateful for this. This is free. If you go to the Raincoast Tarot website and you go to, I think it's deck guides, across the top you will see, you know, the menu has the drop downs, and deck guides takes you to this ebook, and there's multiple ways to work with it. You can use it through the website and turn the pages like any ebook. You can print it, you can download it and keep it, but it is a great guide. So you've got your card name, keywords reversed, a little bit about the card and the scene, and then there's also a quote in a lot of the cards. So this one is by Aleister Crowley himself, which is the Justice card. One would go mad if one took the Bible seriously, but to take it seriously, one must be already mad. So I really love this as a guidebook. I think I'm going to have this bound because it's a fantastic resource, and it's 100 pages. Is it? Oh, I've knocked my little cup over. I have to be careful of that. Yeah, 99, 100. So 100 pages. It is in black and white, but so is the deck. So it would be odd if it wasn't. But yeah, a great little guide. So we will have a look at the deck, but I will be referring to the guidebook. And at the beginning you get Welcome to the Tarot of Aleister Crowley, and this publication will guide you through the meaning of each card and allow you to understand the deck more clearly. Several well-known occult figures have been incorporated into the deck's imagery and may be recognisable to students of the Crowley era. Aleister Crowley was the author of the Thoth Tarot, and such was not connected to the popular Rider-Waite tarot decks. I've attempted to create a tarot that reads as a Rider-Waite-Smith version using Crowley as a template for design and study. So, and then you get your table of contents, which includes 78 cards and their meanings, a short biography of Aleister Crowley, a list of characters from the world of the occult, and artistic influences and credits for the Tarot of Crowley, and then some end notes. So the box is lovely. You know, one thing that Christoph always does well is his packaging, you know, whether it's the tins or boxes. This is a lovely, sturdy two-part box. It's high quality. It's got a lovely shine. It's really sturdy, and it's great. On the back, it says, the Tarot of Crowley deck is intended to be, let's start that again. The Tarot of Crowley is the title. The Crowley Tarot deck is designed to be a tribute to a well-known occultist who was no stranger to tributes. The majority of his accolades were self-penned. Nevertheless, Aleister Crowley was a fascinating individual, and I've attempted to create this deck in the fashion of the times in which he lived. A number of the faces depicted on the cards may be familiar to the students of the occult, and an ebook guide is available, which is the one that I showed. For divination purposes, the Tarot of Crowley follows the Rider-Waite tradition, as opposed to the Crowley's Thoth variation. And then there's a disclaimer here. If you're offended in any way by nudity, then this deck is not for you. I've included imagery on some of the cards that reflect certain aspects of Crowley's lifestyle, which in the Edwardian and Victorian eras was thought of scandalous. So great that there's a disclaimer on the box there to say that there will be nudity in this deck. Lovely sturdy box, really like that. Love this card. Oh wow, so I've got number 2. That's very, very kind. I thought it was going to be white backs then, but so here we go. Available now at the raincoasttarot.com. Not the Raincoast, sorry, at raincoasttarot.com. Again, information in the bio below will take you straight to that site. I'll put a link in so you can have a look. So that's just a nice little card. These are the backs, which I really like them actually. They're lovely, and we're having a black and white deck. The edges are really white. You know, sometimes you get like a card, kind of like a card finish, so it's kind of grey or brown. These are pure white, so it is beautiful. It doesn't need edging at all. We do have white borders, so yeah, it finishes the deck off really nice. Cardstock is excellent. There is some flexibility there. It is not thin, but it's not too thick. It's really nice. That feels really durable. And then here, I probably will have to get my little magnifier to read that, but this is number 2 of 500, and he signs them. So Christoph James has signed it. And then it says, Aleister Crowley, 1875 to 1947. It's really hard to read this. I'll just pull away a minute so I can see. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will. There is no law beyond do what thou wilt. Every man and every woman is a star. So there we go. Font is really small on that, but that's why I keep a magnifying glass. So yeah, let's pop that box out the way, and we will have a look at these cards. So here we have a Fool, and it's this house, and we've got some people in the card. Pictured in the right hand bottom corner is Aleister Crowley at the beginning of his Fool's journey. Okay, so this is Aleister Crowley here. And then, oh, of course, we've got the Fool on the rooftop. I almost missed this shadowy figure there. That's excellent. And I'm seeing more and more things. I'm seeing somebody looking through the window here. Look at this. This is excellent. The Fool on the roof of the building in this card is taking a leap of faith, whether he's ready or not. To his left, a saviour can be seen. In the clouds, watching over the traveller. However, there is also a demon lurking in the mist. So you really have to, here's the demon. And then, oh, this is fantastic. Quite subtle, but yeah, brilliant, brilliant imagery. Love that. And then for this card, because all the cards have a quote, it's by J.R.R. Tolkien. The road goes ever on and on, down from the door where it began. Now far ahead the road has gone, and I must follow if I can. I'm loving this. Okay, then we have our magician. Crowley is pictured here in all his Masonic finery. The dove above his right hand is a symbol of traditional magic, suggesting that much of his implied power was an illusion. Wow. And there's that quote again, do what thou wilt. So here, Crowley is represented in this card as the High Priestess due to his bisexual nature and apparent roles as both priest and priestess. A willing supplicant is pictured on the roof, and in the doorway a nun lingers, witnessing the death of Crowley's Christian beliefs. Wow, and we've got this eye here as well. And I still see like figures and things in the window. There's so much to see in these images. I love them. Here's the Empress. I'm not sure if that's anyone in particular. It says the Empress is seen here with a fabulous feathered crown and a beautiful feminine gown. The pomegranate is pictured as a strong symbol of fertility. In Greek mythology, however, Persephone ate the pomegranate, which bound her to the darkness of the underworld for 1/3 of every year. And this came up in Tarot Playdate last week, the pomegranate, and I actually put into the comments that the pomegranate, you know, links to Persephone. It's a beautiful image. He wasn't, although his eyes were very intense, he wasn't a bad-looking chap in his younger days. The Emperor pictured on this card somewhat resembles a leader. However, there's much beneath his surface that suggests turmoil. Crowley is pictured in front of his home, Boleskine House on the banks of Loch Ness. The building is engulfed in flames and burns while he sits upon a throne, calmly smoking his pipe. The Hierophant. Wow. The Hierophant puts forward fundamental religious doctrines and expects obedience. You are following conventional practices and you're not ready yet to explore new innovative ideas. Over time you'll follow your own intuition while seeking spiritual knowledge. I love the cards that have houses in them because there's so much to see in the windows and things. So we've got a pair of young women here, and as Christoph says, it suggests that love is not limited to society's expectations and beliefs. An old man looks on, somewhat confused and possibly amused at the same time. But I mean, look at this. Wonderful. I love the overlaying. In this card, the horse is unbridled. And just to say, I'm not reading all of the text here. There's a lot more. You know, you've got all the keywords, your reverse meanings, you get a divination writing for the card. I'm just giving the kind of what the card is about. So this card, the horse is unbridled from the chariot while a storm rages, suggesting that there are times when one must step back briefly from the battle to embrace family before continuing with the fight. Wow, strength. Love the elephant here. Balance and compassion are required ingredients that should not be overlooked and will be helpful as you refine your natural feelings of aggression. Oops. Here's the Hermit card. I love that. Beautiful. The face of this particular hermit belongs to author and occultist Algernon Blackwood, who was connected to the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Oh wow, look at that, for the Wheel of Fortune. In this card, she who spins the wheel has suffered physical and mental harm, but still stands behind the wheel, optimistic that karma will eventually reward her. We have Justice. On this card, the Court of Justice, which is sometimes resembled as a circus, is represented by a clown on stilts. And the cow in the doorway points to the often absurd nature of justice. In the left bottom corner, Houdini and his wife are seen. Left bottom corner. Oh, yes. Just there. Indicating that fairness is occasionally no more than an illusion. Oh wow, there's an image. So this is the Hangman, and we do have this hanging figure here as well. On this card, a distorted image of Sarah Barnard is seen. The famous actress was no stranger to new beginnings as she rose above tragedy several times in her colourful and fascinating life. There is so, I mean, just the little symbols and things. There is so much to see in all of these images. Look at this, the Death card. We've got this skeletal figure. We've got the tombstone, the setting sun. Just wonderful. The priest. So this is a young Crowley, robed in black, is pictured at a podium constructed from human bones. Wow. Below him, a raven and a wolf eye each other, and a headstone bearing the numbers 666 is at the dark priest's right-hand side. The setting is a fog-shrouded ceremony. And we have Temperance, this huge skull. Well, it's a skull within a skull here. This card shows an endangered spirit that is finding itself deep in the throes of an addiction. The person's soul is mirrored in their own eyes now. The realization is close at hand. Here's the Devil card. I think this was one of the first images I saw, actually, this and the Fool. I mean, of course, it's Aleister Crowley here in his advancing years. And we've got a large crow here. So this is Malpadurum Watermill, where this card is set. And these tentacles here are coming out of the water. Wow, look at that for the Tower card. Crowley is pictured here at the top of the tower. He contemplates his next move while surrounded by goats who symbolise the satanic worship of Baphomet. There is a storm brewing, and Crowley fears that his powers are waning. The building is Pendray Mansion on Vancouver Island. The building, which is said to be haunted, once belonged to the Pendray family, a wealthy family that experienced great personal loss due to the turn of horrific events and gruesome deaths. And we have the star outside the castle here. Beautiful swans with the moon and the star. Stunning. Cardstock is really nice. They are matte, usual tarot size, but there's like a lovely sheen to them. Really nice. Here we have the moon, and we have Arthur Edward Waite in the moon card. Let's have a look why. Arthur Edward Waite is pictured here as he was one of Aleister Crowley's foes. Waite withdrew from the Order of the Golden Dawn in 1899 and eventually formed the Fellowship of the Rosy Cross. And then it says, Arthur Edward Waite collaborated with Pamela Coleman Smith to create the well-known Rider Smith Waite tarot deck, which remains the most popular version of the tarot to this day. And there she is. There's Pixie as the Sun card. What else can we say, really? Pamela Coleman Smith is pictured here amongst the sunflowers. The face in the sun belongs to... Oh, so that actually belongs to somebody, and it's Helena Blavatsky, a controversial Russian occultist. Beautiful card. I wouldn't mind a print of that. And then we have Judgement. So this is the interior of a church in which Christoph himself visited in Carlisle in the UK. And the troubled young woman is Lillian Gish, the silent film star, and Ming the Merciless is at the pulpit. I love it. If you look closely, you'll spot Pamela Coleman Smith in the image, as well as Joan Crawford lurking above the pipes of the great organ. Okay, it must be here. It looks like, you know, there's that famous picture of playing with her cut out puppets. We've got Joan Crawford's face here, Ming the Merciless. Wow. I love this deck. And then we have our world card. A young woman from a bygone era is pictured here, surrounded by technology and innovation from a new age of possibilities. Crowley's original Thoth deck appears at the card's center. Wow. Okay, so I'm not going to go through each card for the minors. I'm just going to show the card. So, you know, this will turn out to be a very long video, but I did want to go through the majors and give you the insights into the cards. So just enjoy these images. You know how I always say, I don't see the central figure in the Four of Cups, in the RWS Four of Cups, as somebody who's necessarily being, you know, kind of begrudging the gift that's on offer. I see somebody who's in meditation, particularly how they're sat under a tree, and here we have the Buddha himself in meditation for the Four of Cups. This is wonderful. There's so much symbology within these cards. Taking two at a time. And look up this one, Ace of Wands, because this is intriguing. So it's Harry Houdini followed his heart and lived his passion. Houdini was a master illusionist and is pictured here transforming into an angry canine. He stares at the body of Rudolph Valentino, who followed his inspirations and passions to an early grave at the age of 31. Neither man achieved long-term success through no fault of their own, and their demises were brought about by circumstances beyond their own control. Wow, yeah, you can really see the transformation in the face there. So Harry Houdini and Rudolph Valentino. Oh, that looks like the Glastonbury Tour. Let's see what it says. That's the front way up the Glastonbury Tour. Yeah. So it says St Michael's Tower that sits atop Glastonbury Tour is pictured on this card. The Queen of Wands dances in celebration at the foot of the stairs. Wow. We came down this way. We went up the easier way at the back, but we came down by these stairs. Gorgeous ace of coins. The images in this deck is just incredible. They're really, really evocative. Edgar Allan Poe there. I love the clowns and as the pages. So there we have it. What an incredible deck. Yeah, I mean, it's so multifaceted, really. There's so much to see, you know. It's not just a photographic deck. There's all this extra layer into it with lots of symbols and little things. As I was looking through, I was like, is that something? I must come back to that and really study each card. But Christoph, thank you so much for sending me this deck. I love it. I really do love it. It's quality, but everything you do is quality. The guide, the 100-page PDF is great and so informative. So yeah, do check out this deck. I know when I was doing my live yesterday, Elaine was in the chat and she said she'd got it on order, so she was looking forward to receiving it. What are your thoughts? Do let me know. And yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.